Bella's question was, this would be great tool if you bring on several reps at one time. And do the game. Exactly. That's exactly what you can use this for, Bella. That's a great idea. And that's what you want to do because you're trying not to do all this one-on-one work. You don't have time for that. You want to have everyone on one time, have them log on, do a training session. I do a lot of trainings with my leadership by using the YouTube. My husband and I will record certain videos, and instead of me having to do one-on-one with them, I'll actually use the YouTube process that you saw earlier to choose the training that I want in here to talk about what I want them to train on. So yes, that's a definitely great idea, Bella. Marie said, if someone has a question at the end of the presentation, how does that work? Oh, so Marie, let's say now we just finished doing the slides. At the very end, I open up, I have my mic on, and I say, if you guys, if there are any guests that have any questions, please turn on your mic. So they would also be able to press the talk hands free button down here on the bottom left, or they can simply put it in the chat. They could say, I have a question. And they would chat it in just like you're doing right now on my screen. They can have their questions chatted in, or they can open up their own mic and ask their question in the session. Okay, Marie? Okay. All right, so that's pretty much the meeting tool pieces. The last thing I want to show you within the meeting room before we go on to the mobile website piece is you can clear the chat. You saw how I just put something in there. Let's say sometimes you have some wackadoodles in the meeting, and they'll just like be writing crazy things like, "Oh, this is awesome." Not that this is awesome, but what do they? I don't know. Some people just get really evil over, and you're trying to have a professional presentation. Okay, so you actually have the ability to go to meeting room setup. That's the next menu item on the top, and select clear meeting room chat. Because if it's something that you don't want people to read, you can just clear it out and just have the person ask the question, then boom, you're done. Clear it out. Tracy had a question. Does everyone have access to talk hands free? Yes. If so, how do you keep someone else from clicking that when Ab is presenting? Well, I can't prevent them from doing it, but what I can do, let me just check here something. Actually, this happened in this past session, Tracy. There was another person who had their mic on at the same time, and you can hear they had like some background noise. So I simply put in the chat, everyone. So I wrote in the chat, everyone, please mute your mic. Thanks. Until the end of the presentation. That's what I wrote in there. And so then I saw people turned off their mics. And I told them to click the talk hands free button at the bottom to mute themselves. Okay. Denver had a question. If you don't choose the Business Elite dial-in number provided, where do you get the dial-in number from? You can use freeconferencing.com. So you can see on the top of the screen here, let me show you mine. Okay, there we go. As you can see on the very top, I have that dial-in number that you guys saw in my control panel. It's hard-coded in here because I put it in my control panel. But you can just use freeconferencing.com, get a free dial-in number with all the bells and whistles. It's the same number that the Vitamin Call uses, or the same technology. So you can use it for yourself, and it's free. Yes, the documents do stay loaded in the tool. So like when I log out, they're not going to go anywhere. They're going to always be here. All the videos will be here. I don't have to redo anything again. You just set them up one time and you're good to go. All right. And then the last thing I want to show you before we end this room, and then we'll open it up for a couple of questions over the phone, is when you're in the meeting room, you can click on in meeting room options. And what this is for is when you click end meeting at the end of the session, a nice little message will show up for everyone that has logged on. It says, and I type this in here, thanks for attending the 5 Links Wealth webinar. Open to this URL for guests. So it'll automatically take them to my presentation, to my website, which you can see where it is. Let me show you what it'll go to. So as soon as they log off, they're going to see svpdoe.com, and it's automatically going to take them to the opportunity page where they can actually watch the presentation again, or sign up to be a partner right then and there. Or they can watch the Links to Funds presentation. So that's what happens when you set up your in-meeting options. You click Save, and now it's set up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open up the line to see if anyone has any questions. Okay, the line is open.
I need to find it.
Does anyone have any questions on what you've seen so far? Okay, Bella had a question. Where was the meeting room options? It was right under meeting room setup. So right next to meeting tools, you're going to go to meeting room setup and then select end meeting options. And that's when you put in that information. Okay. Good question. Anyone else have a question? The line is open. The phone line or the computer is open. Your line is open.
Lisa.
Yes?
This is Marie. You said you leave this up to 1 week for us to view?
Yep, just 7 days. 7 days you'll have access to this recording. I do have a training. I have a DVD for purchase if you want to buy the actual DVD, but you guys will have access to this recording for 7 days.
So we just follow the same steps that you just did.
Yep.
When you log on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else have a question? Sure.
This is Jack.
Okay, go ahead, Jack.
How many attendees can allow?
40.
At the meeting.
You can have 40 people in the meeting room, so that means 40 people can participate. If you were going to if you were all doing video conferencing, only 8 people can be in here.
Oh, okay. Okay. So are you able to link like 2 different, set up on 2 different computers and, like split them and link them?
Well, you only have one link. Unless you're going to have 2 different meeting rooms.
Unless you have 2 different meeting rooms. Okay. Okay.
Anyone else have a question on the phone line before we go over to mobile website building?
Lisa, how do you send a video postcard?
Oh, sure. So the question was how to send the video postcard. So let's go back to the Web Connect piece. So I'm going back into my control panel. And I'm clicking on the video postcard. You actually can, as you can see, this one that I had my welcome video email, it turns it into a link. So you can copy and paste this link and send it to someone via email.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else have a question?
Yes, Lisa. Hi, this is Debbie. I want to know, how do you initiate the Business Elite site? Once you sign up for Business Elite, how do you initiate it to log on?
Yeah, as soon as you log on, you can actually get to it by going to your own website. So what you're going to do, let me just go to the top of the page. So let's go, I go to my 5 Links website. Click on products and just go right to where you went to purchase it. Go to Business Elite, sign up now. And at the very top, you have the ability to, mine says log out, but you'll be able to log in and out at the top. And once you get, you'll start to remember the login. The login is, or the website is actually bizelite.5links.com. So you can see here is bizelite.5links.com. That's how you log back in with your username and password, Denise.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Bella had a question. This tool can, you could definitely show that. Let me tell you guys this is a true story that just happened this weekend. My new business partner in Tampa, she had a neighbor that does Mary Kay. She's like a director or something in Mary Kay. She was excited to show her the mobile website, which we're going to go into next. I showed her how to set up a keyword, how to set up a sample mobile site. She went over to the neighbor with her keyword for this lady's name. She loved it. And then she said, with every referral that you provide, you also could get a free month of service. So she was starting to calculate how many people she has on her team to do the business. But then she said, I also have Business Elite, where you can actually do a training session and do webinars for your teams and so forth. So she started to calculate how many people she could get referred on the system or on the service, and she decided to come to our presentation at night when I flew in. She was excited. She came, her husband came, and she brought another Mary Kay lady. At the end of the presentation, excuse me, all three of them signed up. Each of them with 10 points. So she became an ET in 24 hours. So this technology can help you recruit not that she was trying to recruit her, she was just showing her a service to grow her business. But when, excuse me, when she saw the compensation that she could make from it, she decided to become a rep. Good, right?
Awesome.
So think about all the network marketing companies that you have friends and family at. Primerica, Prepaid Legal, Amway, OrganoGo. I have an OrganoGo client that uses my text alert service because it helps her to keep track of what's happening with her team. She's sending the blast messages for her team. I know because I've opted into her network so I can see what she's sending it. So you can definitely use this to show potential customers. All right, cool. All right, so any other questions on this service before we transition on to mobile website building?
Lisa, this is Victoria Hayden.
Uh-huh.
Earlier I heard you say that this will be up for 7 days, this training?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because see, I wouldn't, my computer will not allow me to get into go to meetings, so I'm just listening, so I'm lost.
Yeah, you'll be able to get to the recording. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I get to the recording on.
I'm gonna email it to. Yep, I'm gonna email it to everyone tomorrow once it converts to a file.
So I can see what you're doing. Okay, gotcha. That's what I need. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Lisa, how did you post this your logo? How do you paste this logo?
Sure. The way you put this logo in here, it could be any logo, is you go back to your control panel. So when you're logged into Business Elite, select Web Connect, go now. Select control panel, launch, and that's under branding options. You're going to go into branding options.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's where you go ahead and you choose what picture you want to upload in here.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions on Web Connect? This is a powerful tool. Do you guys agree?
Yeah.
Agree.
All right. This is a great way for you. We built a whole ED leg from webinars. I never met this team before. And now the young lady is only, how many people now, tell me? She's 9 people. She's 7 to 9 people away from national director, guys. And I just met her this weekend.
Wow.
And they had great momentum because now you don't want to travel down to someplace unless they're an ED, because you want to make sure that they're committed. They're going to get the ET. Now they have a little group of people. So now they have 7, 8 people who are all inviting people to their home presentation. And so yesterday we had 25 people in her house. So those Mary Kay ladies who got started, they all came with their other Mary Kay friends. And they were like, this is not expensive at all. This is like $400. Mary Kay costs about $900 to get started. So they were like, we don't have to buy product. So they thought this was a no-brainer. So this is to show you the value of what we have. So you need to share with everyone and don't minimize just because it's a few $100s, but it's a multi-million-dollar opportunity.
So, listen, so what you're saying is that to get this Mary Kay, people, business owners, how do you actually get them into with a product? Or
yeah, we show them text alerts, which is what we're going to transition to now. What's your first name again? I couldn't tell. Who's this?
Joseph.
Joseph. That's a good transition now to how we're going to use it. This is, I'm telling you, out of all the products that we have, guys, the text alerts is to me the best because you can get any person who owns a business to help them increase revenue. If you focus on adding value to them, now they're interested in seeing what else you have to offer. So I'm going to train you guys on how to actually create mobile sites. So we're going to log off of, you're going to now see what I'm doing. But we're done with the Business Elite piece, which is the Web Connect. But now what we're going to do is we're going to go into text message marketing, my favorite product. Okay, so sorry, I just had to take a swig of water. So I'm still logged into Business Elite. Now we're going to transition to SMS Marketing. This is the time for you guys to log on. You can either watch what I'm doing or you can actually do it as I'm doing it. It's up to you. Because you guys are gonna be building your own mobile website right now. So it's the same platform, text alerts, church alerts, business elites. It's all the same clicks. So let me go ahead and mute the line. And we're gonna go right back into, and again, we're gonna open up the line again. Marie asked a question. I purchased your DVD on text marketing and mobile website. Is this new DVD with Tupac any different? Yes. The difference is that I've added some enhancements to that DVD, such as uploading contact lists, which a lot of people don't know how to do. I had a client who has a hair salon, and she had 2,000 clients in her database already. She's not going to key in all 2,000 clients. So I show you in this DVD how to load the 2,000 people from an Excel file within seconds. I also show you if you're maybe you're a doctor or you know doctors and so or professional service people like massage therapists, and instead of them calling you, they're having their secretary call you to confirm your appointment. You can use our template process within Text Alerts and Business Elite to actually send a text blast to everyone who has an appointment that day, and they can actually write back via text to confirm their appointment. So that is something that's new also. And the other piece that's new is how to use the group texting feature, meaning building your own groups. How do I keep my team abreast of what's happening on a daily basis? They send a text blast to all 1,000 plus people based on the meetings that we're having. So for tomorrow, they're going to get a text blast that says every morning at 8:15, they get a text blast that reminds them of the vitamin call that starts at 8:30. Then they get a text later in the day that reminds them of all the meetings that we pretty much have activity happening in for the BOM for that day. So Tuesday is going to say Lisa will be at the Crown Plaza along with Senior Vice President Dwayne Eddings. Tampa, there's meetings happening Tuesday night. Atlanta's meeting is happening along with the locations. So I send that text blast and I show you how to create the groups and send it out. Okay. Naomi, we're going to talk about purchasing a DVD at the end, so don't worry. All right. So now what we're going to do is the fun part, another fun piece. This makes me excited. I thought I was tired, but I'm no longer tired now. Okay. Now, what we're going to do, everyone's going to click on Go Now. If you're using Business Elite, click on Go Now under SMS Marketing. If you're using Text Alerts, you're going to click on Campaign Manager. That's the next page that you're going to see pop up, which is what you see here on my screen, Campaign Manager. Select Campaign Manager. And now your menu of options opens up. Again, it's the same clicks on Business Elite, Text Alerts, or Church Alerts. And then we're going to talk about the compensation at the end on this one service, this one technology. Then you're going to select Tools on the menu, Mobile Website Builder. Select Mobile Website Builder. As you can see, I already have 15 mobile websites built from my drop-down list. You can have an unlimited number of mobile websites. If you get some type of error message that says you've reached your limit, that simply means you need to call 5 Links Business Elite and they need to open up the count so that way you can have the ability to build more. Okay. So I'm going to actually get rid of one of these. Let me see which one that I really don't need. Actually, let me make sure that you guys actually see the samples I provided in the email, meaning if you text SVPDOE or did you text ESB to 55469, so you could see other mobile websites that I've built. You guys saw those samples right there on your screen, right? Or on your cell phones as you got the emails from me, correct? Because I got the hits back on my phone that y'all got that. Okay, good. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to build one from scratch. So you're going to click Add Mobile Site. As soon as you click Add Mobile Site, there's only 5 steps to building the mobile site. The first one is selecting the color scheme. So you're going to select from either black, light blue, light gray, gray, yellow, or white. Let's select black for the moment. Then you're going to select the name of the site. So maybe I'm going to build one for Mary Kay because they seem to be going to be one of my new favorite people now as my business partners. So we put Mary Kay, I'll put cosmetics. Okay. And click save. Now, if you guys are building with me and if you're going to build your own mobile site, just put your name in box number 2. Or maybe you're doing it for a business, put the business's name in box number 2. 1, select the color scheme. 2, enter the name of the business that you're doing it for. This is not the website. This is just the name of the business. And then click save. Oh, it says I've exceeded. Hold on a second. Let me go into one I've already built. Here's one. Okay, so I did step 1. I selected the color scheme. Step 2, I put in the name of the business, Glamour Life Cosmetics. As soon as you click save, the system automatically creates the URL for the mobile site. The system automatically creates the mobile barcode, which is the QR codes that you guys see all over the place now because we're in the industry. This is where people could just take their smartphones and scan their phone, and now they get access to this mobile site that we just built. Step 3 is adding a footer. Now, how do you add a footer? You would click the Add Header button that you see here. Mine says Edit because I'm in edit mode, but yours will say Add Footer. When you click it, you have 2 choices. You can select text at the very top, and I would just put Mary Kay Cosmetics. Or if I already have an image that I want to use instead, I would go to the bottom and select Image, the Use a Radio button, and then browse on my computer for the image that I've saved on my computer somewhere. Select it and click Save. So again, the choices are select text or select image. So let's just go back again. Everyone's just where you are. As soon as you click on Campaign Manager, you're going to select Tools, Mobile Website Builder. You're going to click Add Mobile Site when you're adding one for the first time. I'm going in edit mode because I already have one built. When you click Add, you have 2 choices on the page. The first 2 things you have to do, select the color scheme. You can change it at any time, but select whatever color you want. Step 2, what's the name of the site that you're building this for, the name of the company. Step 3, once you click Save, is you're going to select your header. You can either choose to put text in here by selecting the radio button for text and writing in some text here. But the best way to do it is select Image and upload a picture. And then click Save. Step 4 is add a footer. So when we click Add Footer, that's usually when the business has a slogan or something like that. You might want to put their little slogan in there. In this example, I put the customer's name and what her title is. Or I could have selected another image, another picture. But in this case, I just selected text and I wrote her name and her title in there. So that was setting up the footer and click Save. And then the last step, guys, is creating a page. So let's say we're going to create a brand new page. Pretend you didn't see anything on the screen. You probably don't see anything because you're doing yours for the first time. We're going to click Create Page. you're going to put in the page name. So I'm going to say, something like free samples. That's the name of the page that I'm creating. But maybe you're doing one for earned income. I'll show you a couple examples of ones that I've built that make sense for our business. As soon as you click save for the page, guys, look, the mobile site is being built right in front of your face. You see your header, you got your footer at the very bottom, and then we're going to be building the pages in the center. So you see how it's already building it, it's putting it all together for you. Header, footer, and now we're going to make the components, meaning build the meat of the sandwich in the center. So what do? At the very bottom of the page, on the left, it says new component. We're going to select new component, enter the name of the component. Remember, for me, I'm saying free samples. And then maybe I'm putting some text that says receive free Mary Kay or free makeup samples before Friday. Just make some, whatever their promotion is or whatever they want to put in there. Place an order before Friday, December 13th, and receive free lipstick with each order. Okay? So I did that. Again, I have the choice of just adding text using that radio button, or I could have just put a picture in, and I'm going to show you an example. So I'm going to select text. My text says, place an order before Friday, December 13th, and receive free lipstick with each order. Now, if I'm smart, I'm going to put the link to how to place the order. So let's show you how to do that. So let's say I'm going to go to my Mary Kay page. I'm going to open up a brand new window. And I'm just going to go to marykay.com. I don't really know anybody's specific page, but if I did, I would grab that page. And so I want to place an order. So I would click on products. That's the page I want them to go to directly, okay? So I'm going to highlight the page at the very top, the URL. That's what I just did. I went to the products page. I selected and highlighted the link that you see here in the URL. Now I'm going back to my components and I'm saying click here to order. I'm going to highlight the two words, click here, and we have little buttons in our menu items here that says insert hyperlink. You click that button, paste in that Mary Kay products page, say OK, and now I've turned the click here into a hyperlink, which will take me directly to the Mary Kay's products page to place an order. So let's see it all come together. Save your work. And remember, we called this page free samples. So now all the components are showing up on the left-hand side as available components. I'm going to highlight free samples, use a little arrow to move it up over on the right, and click Save and Preview. Now watch the page change right in front of your face if you're watching what I'm doing on the screen. So you can see now it says place an order before Friday, December 13th and receive a lipstick with each order. Click here. When you click here, this is a live page. You click here and it's going to take you to the Mary Kay website that we just loaded in here. Okay? So this is to let you know that your page, everything is being built real time. I have some other pages that I've already created, so just to save you time on what we've built, we already have services in here, classes, and the way we build them is the same steps. So we just did our free makeup, our free samples. That's the name of the page. We're going to go back to site, click back to site button. Now it's time for me to build a second page. All you're going to do is click create page again in step number 5 at the very bottom. Put in the name of the page that you want. Natural makeup products, maybe. Natural products. and click Save. Now I have a brand new page I'm about to build. And in this case, maybe I'm going to say, I'm going to just use some images I already have in here. So maybe I want to put contact me, something that's already built, move it over to the right. And then I'm also going to put an image of the person with natural hair. And how did I do that? I'm going to show you. I'm just moving two components over separately. I moved a contact me over. Now I'm moving over a picture, which I did by creating a new component. So they're two separate components. When I click Save and Preview, the page will refresh. And now you see I have the person's contact number and a page or a picture of someone with natural curly hair to show natural products. You guys have any questions on what we just did so far? And all this is duplicating, doing it, the same steps over and over and over again. If you have a question, put it in the chat before I open up the line. Now I'm going to show you, okay, thanks, Debbie. What I'm going to show you now is another mobile website. You can get to these mobile sites from a tablet, from a cell phone, from a computer. I'm going to show you one that I use just for prospects. I don't give them my SVP DOE keyword. I give them my keyword is ESB for for Essential Services Broker. So this is what that one looks like. I'm just going to click on a hyperlink so you can see what it looks like. It has my picture at the top. You can create unlimited mobile websites in any of these accounts. So if you have a business owner that has 10 businesses, they can have 10 separate mobile websites at no additional cost. So in this example, you're looking at my prospecting keyword. People would text into the keyword ESB. They'll see my picture. They'll see some information about our company. And I say here, we are an essential services broker that help families and businesses and nonprofits, blah, blah, blah. Learn how to earn $1,000 to $3,000 a month, working 8 to 10 hours a week part-time. I have here, listen to this 2-minute message, which is Steve Carter's new peak number. Watch this brief company overview, which that means they can click right on it, and it's going to take them to my presentation that's on YouTube. So they can watch it right there on their cell phone, guys. And then it says step 3, call me to schedule an interview. Because everyone they're thinking that this is a job. So you have to make them think that way to see if they qualify to work with you. Okay. Then there's also a page that has my bio so they can learn more about me. Never do I say anything about the name of the company. This is to keep them curious so that they'll want to actually see the information. Then I have a separate page on publications that we've been featured in. I have another page on live webinars that are happening. I need to delete the 9 p.m. one because Steve Carter's not doing that anymore. But listen, guys, rip off and duplicate. You don't have to recreate your own thinking. This is all about helping everyone advance. So if you like the text that you see in here, just text the word ESB to 55469, copy and paste the data, and create it in your own mobile website. Okay? There was a couple of questions I see here. How do you create a donations link and the link to the site and existing donation? Oh, okay. It's the same thing. So if you're using PayPal for them to actually make a donation, what you're going to do is going to get whoever's PayPal account that you're using, get that code. There's code that you have to get, Marie, and then you just add it onto the page and create a click here link like I did for that lipstick order. Okay, so Denver's question was after 15, you still have, call rep services and they'll extend the number of mobile websites that you can build because it's unlimited number of websites that you have access to. All right. So now it's time for you guys to build your own mobile sites and we're going to see what you've done at the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the line because some people may need some troubleshooting assistance as we go ahead and build each one's mobile site. So again, let me Can you create a landing page to gather information, like an email or on Facebook? Yeah, you can do that. You can create a landing page. You can have it the code copy and paste it on your page, or you can just turn on the notifications, Janelle, so you can get their cell phone number when they've actually opted into your keyword. Okay, so let's go back to the steps. I want you guys to actually be doing this now. You guys are now building your own mobile websites. If you already have an existing website, you can build another one. Maybe you want to build one for a business, or maybe you want to build one for prospects. You could just choose who you want to build a mobile website for. Okay, Marie? Okay. So everyone should be logged into their account. We're going to go through the steps again. I'm just going to speak through the steps. You can go faster if you're faster than I am. And then you guys are going to tell me, give me your keywords at the end so I can see your work, because we're going to tie it into a mobile website, into a keyword. Excuse me, my voice is. Excuse me. Okay, so we're going to click on Campaign Manager. I'm going to unmute the line in case someone has some questions. Okay, the line is unmuted in case people have questions throughout. But I see someone, Suzanne, can you mute your computer? Because I'm hearing some background noise on your end. Okay, if you're on the phone, if you can mute your line.
Yeah.
And then if you have any questions, you can just unmute yourself.
I'm almost done. Huh? Probably like 10 minutes.
All right, I have to mute Tracy and Susanna. If you guys have questions, just put it in the chat. Okay. What we're going to do is select Tools, Mobile Website Builder. Whoever's on the phone line, if you can mute your line, that would be great, because we can hear your background noise. I'm going to have to mute everyone. Okay, I have to mute everybody. If you guys have a question, you'll have to put it in the chat, because then you won't be able to hear each other. Okay, so these are the steps. So I want you guys to go ahead and you start building your own mobile sites, including pictures. And if you have any issues with sizing their pictures, I will show you how to troubleshoot that as well. So we clicked on Tools. We went to Mobile Website Builder. Now you're going to select Add Mobile Site. The first step is select your color scheme. Choose any of the colors that you see in the drop-down list. From black, light blue, light gray, gray, yellow, or white. You can change the color scheme at any time. Step 2, what is the name of your site? Is this a business? Is it for yourself? Just put whatever name you're going to put in there. I called mine Earn Income. As soon as you click Save, the system will automatically generate the URL, which you can get to from any computer, desktop, laptop, tablet, or cell phone. And it also creates the mobile barcode as well. That's step 1 and 2, color scheme, and then a name. Step 3 is this is where you're going to add your pictures. It could be your own headshot or any picture that you have saved on your computer. Maybe it's the logo of a business, like I did for that makeup one. If you're not sure of the logo, a lot of these companies have Facebook. I've built a lot of sample sites just from going to a company's Facebook page, taking their pictures, adding it to a site, and then they loved it and they bought the service. So you're going to click Add Header. And at that point, you could choose to add text. My recommendation, though, is to add an image, because it makes a more powerful statement when you have a picture in there. If you're using a Mac, and if it gives you an error message saying that the picture is too big, you can adjust the size of the picture by opening it up, clicking on Tools, and then adjust the size. I'll actually give you an example, because I think I have a picture on my screen here. Okay, yeah, I do have one. So on my screen, let's say if I wanted to load this picture of my tour to hold on. My tour to Tampa, this JPEG, I'm going to open it up. And let's say it was too big for me to upload onto my mobile site. Whoops. Open too many windows at once. Apologize.